Hi, welcome to Kingdom Self Business, where we empower you to be the best and dominate the world. This is DBA, your host today. I want to throw a challenge to us today on our journey this year, and that is striving rather than striving. So that's a challenge. Are you striving today or are you thriving? Now, what do I call striving? Striving is when you are working hard, and you are getting very little. Whereas striving is when you are working very hard and you are getting much more. If you're an investor today and you want to look at some companies, I'm not giving investment advice, by the way, as a disclosure, but when you look at some companies today, in the stock market, some are growing and increasing in profit at an exponential rate. Some companies are increasing in profit due to AI at the rate of 1,000%. Those companies are thriving. But the ones that are just remaining the same in growth and in profits, or maybe making like 0 to 5% in growth and profit, those ones are striving. I'll just put it that way. So if you are working too hard, I've been in that position before where I was working very hard, really very hard, and I was getting very little for my labor, and I was wondering what is going on. Inside me, I know that I was worth much more, but the reality is I was getting very little. So, how do you change from striving to thriving? I take two Bible references today just to support my talk to you today. One of them is Proverbs 19, verse 21. As you know, that's one of the foundational verse for this movement, this channel. Okay, what does Proverbs 19, verse 21 says? Let me read from the NIV version, New International Version. He says, "Many are the plans in a man's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails." So, what does this interpret? I interpret it this way. Every plan and deed, according to man's intent and purpose, leads to frustration. Whereas every plan and deed, according to God's intent and purpose, leads to fulfillment. This is the interpretation God revealed to me concerning this verse when I started this challenge and this channel. So, the second Bible verse I'll take from Isaiah 46, verse 10. And Isaiah 46, verse 10, I'll also read from New International Version. It says, "I make known the end from the beginning, from ancient times, what is to come. I say, my purpose will stand, and I will do all that I please." So when you match these two verses together, what is it saying? It's saying there's a purpose for you. So God created the earth and the universe, and He created man, breathed into man. So man is in the image and the spirit of God, right? So man has the power of creativity like God. So God is spirit and man is spirit as well. So God is spirit, man is spirit. Man has a soul and a body, and that's why man exists in earth. So what is God's plan? God's purpose is to bring the influence of heaven onto earth through man. So how does God do this? So God relates with man's spirit. So the spirit of God relates with man's spirit, so that all the ideology, philosophy, and culture of heaven can be performed on earth through man. So if we understand this, then we'll understand Proverbs 19:21 and Isaiah 46, verse 10. So what Proverbs 19:21 is saying is that you have a plan. If that's a plan for you that was created by God for you, that's a purpose. That's what we call life purpose. So if you follow this plan, you end up in thriving, fulfillment. But if you don't follow this plan, you end up with hard labor that's called striving, or which I call frustration. Okay? And also, Isaiah portrays this point that God said, even my purpose will stand and I will do whatever I plan to do. So what does that mean to us? When God created the earth and the universe, God made everything to work automatically. Now, God knew that there is going to be imperfection in the world because Satan already existed before man was made. And imperfection will always come because Satan is still existing in this world today. So, and God knew there was going to be so much imperfection and so God has a purpose for each person to bring back perfection onto the heart. So all of us have an assignment to solve a problem of imperfection according to God's plan in the world. And each and every one of us, the over 8 billion people in the world today, all of us have one small problem to solve in the corporate purpose of God to bring perfection and equilibrium to the world. Now, if we are going about this, solving this problem, we begin to thrive. Not that we will not meet difficulty along the way, but we will surmount those difficulties easily, and we'll begin to grow at an exponential rate, at a compounding rate. That is striving. But if we're not doing that, maybe we are following our own wisdom, our own plans, and working according to our plans, then we'll begin to work in desynchronization with the universe. Because God has made the universe to synchronize with his plan. So the universe gives you according to God's plan. If you are not working according to God's plan, the universe takes from you, So and this follows the universal law of seed time and harvest time. When you plant a seed in line with what God has planned for you, you reap, and the universe ensures that you reap accordingly as well. When you are not doing that, even though you may reap, but you'll be reaping far below your potential, and you will know it. You will know it that you are getting what the results you are getting are far below your potential. Maybe you're supposed to get 5 billion or 50 billion in your lifetime. You are getting just 5 million, and you think you are making progress. You are not, because God has made you, has given you those abilities to produce 50 billion so that you can solve big problem in humanity. So this is what I call thriving rather than striving. Hope you enjoy our episode today. We are going to talk more on this topic and some other relative topic to how to go from striving to thriving. So I will encourage you to hit the like button, share, and subscribe to this channel, as we're going to be bringing more videos for you on this topic. For now, be the best and dominate the world. See you next time.